Hi, I'm Kevin Blow, Associate Professor in the Harmony Department. Welcome to the YouTube premiere of the 11th annual Curtain Up, new musical theater songs written by Berklee students, the 2021 Unplugged edition. Curtain Up is a collaboration sponsored by the Professional Writing and Technology Division, especially the Songwriting Department, and the Berklee Theater Arts Collaborative. We are grateful to everyone who has collaborated on this concert.
Hi, I'm Michael Wertofsky. I'm a professor in the songwriting department, and I head up the minor in musical theater writing. Curtain Up is an annual musical theater writing contest, and the prize for student songwriters is to have their songs orchestrated by student orchestrators, representing the same professional partnership found on Broadway and beyond. Usually, we present in the Berklee Performance Center. However, our concert in 2020 was canceled due to the pandemic. And our solution for this year is to present Curtain Up Unplugged with almost all the songs programmed for solo voice and piano, including 6 songs reprogrammed from last year's concert and 5 songs that won this year's contest. We invite you to celebrate new work at Berklee with us in this relatively stripped down format.
I'm David Reifel, Assistant Professor in the Theater Program at Boston Conservatory at Berklee. Once the contest winners are chosen, we meet with each writing team to workshop the music and the lyrics, to help jokes land, to plan for video timing, and to adjust for casting since some songs change gender.
I'm Kristen Holland, Assistant Professor in the Voice Department at Berklee. For our singing actors, it's exciting to be the first to interpret a song. Several performers returned to present the songs they rehearsed last year, reinterpreted for this concert's format. And we're happy to be featuring performers from both the college and conservatory. This year, the actors also took ownership of directing their videos and enlisting friends and family to support the video production process.
Hi, I'm Jerry Sykes, and I'm an associate professor in the Contemporary Writing and Production Department. The encore of this concert is a song called Fall Before I Fly, which features a full orchestra. This arrangement was written last year for the concert that we unfortunately did not get to present. It represents the type of collaboration that normally is at the heart of Curtain Up, and it teams up a songwriter, an orchestrator, singing actors, and instrumentalists. For tonight's concert, we did have 2 arrangers who wrote original piano arrangements, and those students were students in the music theater arranging orchestration classes.
We worked with 4 music director pianists, Luke Malloy, Julius Laflamme, Zachary Alfred Laveau, and Trevor Meserol, who was our rehearsal pianist last year. These musicians created the backing tracks you'll hear tonight, but much more importantly, they shaped the performances you'll see, helping the drama come through in the music.
All that remained was for faculty and students to edit multiple video and audio files together, and there we have it, Curtain Up Unplugged. Enjoy the show.
Hi everyone, I'm Aidan Meacham and I wrote something new. It's from a musical I wrote called The Seagull, which is based on Anton Chekhov's play of the same name, about a struggling playwright in love with an actress who doesn't love him back. This piece comes at the beginning of the musical, and in it, the character Casimir, or Cass, is describing his dream future to one of his closest friends, and it begins as his vision for his playwriting and his art as a whole, and sort of the art world as a whole, but ends up being more focused on his desire to be loved and to find love in his life. I wanted to write it because it gives a nice view into Cass's head and shows some of the humanity behind his weird experimental theater and just some of the generally weird stuff that he does throughout the play. So please enjoy something new.
There's nothing quite the same as knowing your name is associated with a perfect form. Something original and new that redefines what's you and challenges the old upstanding norm. And suddenly I'm up there and shining neon lights. There's finally some payoff for those lonely sleepless nights. And I have made a story that lasts longer than me. The critics rave, the people love me, I'm finally feeling free. And nothing now is in my way, and nothing holds me down. Who can hate you when you've reached worldwide renown? Something new, unlike the works that I'll transcend. Something new, and then this tunnel's gotta end. Something new, and damn it, I'll feel new as well. And everything is fine, and I'm free of this living hell. And nobody will step on me, and nobody will laugh, and nobody will shut me up or speak on my behalf. And Nina's gonna love me, and Nina's gonna smile. And Nina, 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 she's what makes this all worthwhile. Something new, a radiant feeling deep inside me. Something new, the way she looks into my eyes. Something new, and then I won't be so alone. I'll never have to roam, 'cause I'll have finally found my home.
Hi, my name is Eli Schildkraut, and I wrote the music.
And I'm Sabrina Gamboa, and I wrote the lyrics.
And together we wrote I Could Never Tell a Lie.
I Could Never Tell a Lie is a standalone piece about a social media influencer who's also a compulsive liar that's taking a vacation in Tulum, Mexico. In it, our influencer sings a song about the events that transpired at the nightclub the night before, which points out how her arrogance and her lies get her into a bunch of trouble.
This song was written as an assignment for Musical Theater Writing 1, in which our singer had to be lying throughout.
It was also inspired by one of my friend's experiences.
So please enjoy I Could Never Tell a Lie.
Let me tell you about last night and how I almost got into a fight. It wasn't entirely my fault. I didn't provoke that assault. We were all trying to get into the club while this man in line was eating a sub. He spilled mayo all over my shirt, and I couldn't help but blurt, "I'm sorry, would you also like some dessert?" And he got real angry, but I didn't care because I could never tell a lie. And then I went to the bathroom alone, and I see him in there on the phone. He drops it, it breaks with a crack. Then I felt his hand on my back. I called out for help, but my friend was way too drunk, while the other one was blowing chunks. For a second I thought I was dead, so with my head I bumped his head. I knocked him out and then I fled. And this story is crazy, but you know it's true, because I could never tell a lie. my neck, and my back still feels like it's sore. You can see the bruises, but only up close. In indirect sunlight, they shine the most. Huh? I guess I must heal real quick. Anyway, that man was insane. Who feels the need to beat up someone smaller and pin them up on the wall by the collar? Today I woke to a pounding head and my entire body filled with dread. So I ran over to the cops to report that big ol' cyclops. They laughed me out of the station. And on top of that, they gave me a citation. I should sue them all to their dry, all those cops and that big guy. 'Cause it hurts my pride to be tossed aside, even though I could never tell a lie.
Hello, my name is Tristan Klopp, and I wrote Just Me. This is a standalone piece about Ty, a young, successful professional in the city, whose girlfriend Katie has just left to spend a holiday in her small hometown. This leaves Ty alone to his thoughts. I wrote this song to be fun and to bounce around some of the things that we bump into when we love other people. So please, enjoy Just Me.
It's Thanksgiving, Katie gets to see her family, and I'm excited for her because she hasn't stopped talking about them. Yet somehow with all that talking, the words, "you're invited," just never seem to make an appearance. And beyond that, she's mentioned her dad like one time, she's mentioned her mom like 2 times, she's mentioned this guy like 4 or maybe 5 times. But I'm not worried, no, I'm not getting worried that he might have that hometown gravitational pull like they do in the movie. Sweep her up in some stick shift truck and 10 years head start on the way to her heart. Maybe I'm going crazy, you're just overthinking again. But that's just me. That's just me. This is silly. 'Cause Katie loves the city, 'cause I'm in the city. And I'm not perfect, but we got a good thing going. And maybe I can play guitar or talk to her dad about his favorite cigars. But I impressed her mom on a video call, 'cause I make good coffee and Katie's happy. Ooh, I look dumb in a flannel, I hate sports channels, and hey, that's just me. And we have fun in the city. And heads turn when Katie goes out on the town. We're better lives in the city. And she won't go throw all of that away now. Even if he has that hometown gravitational pull. Or she liked him in high school when people ask if she's moving back. I'm sure that she will show pictures of me. And remember this September when I told her that I loved her. And yeah, it's tough, but she'll stay for love. But is that enough when it's just me? Just me. Just me.
Hi, I'm James Salem.
And I'm Ernie Bird.
And we wrote The Center of the Universe.
It's a standalone piece about love and grief.
In it, the character Debbie is telling her dying husband a story about their life together.
We wrote it during our studies at the Graduate Musical Theater Writing Program at NYU.
It was inspired by a short story called A History of Everything, Including You by Jenny Hollowell.
We hope you enjoy it.
First there was nothing, then some little spark, in the vast and empty dark. In a flash there were galaxy full of stars. Cells grew to lizards to dinosaurs. We evolved from it all, built trains and cars, things made to bring us from distant shores. So many miles we had to traverse to meet at the center of the universe. First there was nothing, then some little spark on a bench in Central Park. Then we fell into bed and it was alright. Weeks turned to months, turned to years with you, and we'd laugh and we'd love and we'd often fight. Sometimes I shed many tears with you. You saw me through, for better or worse. It's us at the center of the universe. Everything there is you and I. All there ever was is you and I. All of history leads to inevitably me and you. First there was nothing, then some little mark, and the truth laid out so stark. So the sun will set on a beating heart, and starts to shake as I hold it tight, and the universe starts to fall apart. Every night could be a last night once you have gone alone. At the center of the universe, we were the center of the universe, the center of the universe.
Hi, I'm Nicole Dauberpool.
And I'm Zach Alfred Laveau, and we wrote I Won't Be a Quitter.
It's a standalone piece about Jennifer, a stay-at-home mom in her 40s who's called to jury duty.
This was our very first assignment in Musical Theater Writing 1 with Michael Wartofsky. We hope you enjoy I Won't Be a Quitter.
I, Jennifer, vow to be a fair and impartial juror. Please, Your Honor, I understand the gravity, but I told my dentist that I'd let him fill my cavities. It's my civic duty to stay and judge my neighbor, but my doctor tells me anytime I might go into labor. I know this is serious, I'd love to be present, but if I don't get my son from school, he really gets unpleasant, and I couldn't find a sitter, so I won't be a quitter. Everyone knows it, but no one will admit it. The defendant sitting over there definitely did it. I agree with that writer from People magazine who says to throw out the injections and bring back the guillotine. If you keep me on this jury, I'll be out of control. I'll tell the judge to give him life with no chance of parole, and I'll share everything on Twitter, so I won't be a quitter. Stop staring at me, everybody, I can take the pressure, alright, here's the truth. He was sweet and he was kind, and his card never gets declined. My lover, Scott.
Yes, Scott, the defense attorney.
I fit this from my husband and he has no clue, but he can have Scott's wife cause she's getting dumb too. She likes Wheel of Fortune and she's from Toledo. The two of them are perfect since they both have no libido. Scott, I hope that we are on the same page. Since now we both are single, we can finally get engaged. To Scott, I'm a committer, so I won't be an quitter. So I won't be an quitter. So I won't be an quitter. So I won't be an quitter.
Hi, I'm Justin Gates.
I'm Celine Snippe, and we wrote Color and Doyle.
This song is from our musical, The Place Between, a Lovecraftian horror story about a family who moves from San Francisco to a secluded ancestral estate in Dunwich, Massachusetts, a place where dreams, obsessions, and time itself starts to pull them apart. This moment is near the end of the show, where madness has nearly taken hold of Thomas, one of the teenage sons.
Throughout the show, Thomas has become more and more obsessed with painting an image of mutilated figures illuminated by the bright outline of a doorway. And now we find him there, staring at the canvas, surrounded by the dark. Here is Color and Doyle.
I see one more, I see. Don't stain and don't slip, don't spoil the ground, don't spoil me. I hear one more, I hear. Don't whisper, don't scream, don't crack your bones, don't crack me. I hear you groaning, and the drip, drip, drip on my hands. I let it drip, drip, drip on my hands. The color and oil. I smell one more, I smell. Invade, but don't conquer. Don't poison the air, they'll blame me. I taste one more, I taste. Don't spread and don't freeze. Don't burn my tongue, don't burn me. I feel you among me, and the rush, rush, rush down my throat. I let it rush, rush, rush down my throat. The color and oil, and I can feel this house and the light, the darkness and shadow, how it rolls over the middle of nowhere. The door and the wall, the painting, the oil, and I'm not alone. I feel my brushes and fingers, my hands and my arms and my thoughts and my thoughts and my thoughts and my thoughts. And I am one more, I am the color and oil. One more crack, one more gasp, one more thud, one more. One more, one more, one more, one more, one more.
Hi, I'm Sabrina, and I wrote Es Normal. Es Normal is from a musical I wrote called Normal, meaning that it's the title song of the musical, about the mistreatment of the LGBTQ+ community in Mexico City. This piece happens in the beginning, sort of towards the middle of the musical. In it, the character Samantha has been socially rejected by people she considered to be her new friends because she's a bisexual woman and that's looked down upon in Mexico City. I decided to write the song because of the stigma of being queer in Mexico, which has a very conservative and elitist culture. I really wanted to highlight the discrimination that members of the LGBTQ+ community have to go through by living in a conservative country like Mexico. So please enjoy Es Normal.
Es normal que la gente nos ignore. Es más fácil pretender que no existimos. No es gran sorpresa que te eviten la mirada y que nunca nos den una entrada. Es normal que la gente nos insulte, pues es lo que saben hacer. Ante cosas que no entienden, ellos dicen que se ofenden y que nunca se podrán convencer. Es normal vivir con una daga en la espalda. Es normal, tan normal, que te traten como un animal. Es común que la gente nos escupa cuando antes nos colgaban al azar por desear a quien queremos, porque no nos escondemos del dichoso arte de amar. Es común que la gente nos escupa cuando antes nos colgaban al azar por desear a quien queremos, porque no nos escondemos del dichoso arte de amar. Es normal tener la confianza quebrada. Es normal, tan normal, que te traten como un animal. Es normal vivir con el corazón sangrado. Es normal, tan normal, que a ti te vean mal.
Hi, I'm Kathy Kang, and I wrote Exit 7A. It's a standalone piece about my alter ego, a stereotypical Jersey girl with the big hair and the fancy fingernails and the sass and grit. In it, she's pleading with type A straight-laced me to own her Jersey girl roots. I wrote this song because I used to be embarrassed about being from New Jersey with all its stereotypes. Now I realize it's important to honor where you came from as part of your identity. There's another joke in New Jersey that people don't ask each other where they're from. Instead, they ask, "What exit?" meaning off the New Jersey Turnpike. And I come from, well, Exit 7A. I hope you enjoy the piece.
My God, it's news. Just a little while longer. Screw up in that atoms and rise and shine. The stream's steaming up. I wanna see what happens. I wanna know what you're hiding in your mind. But you never listen. You never listen to me. So scrubbed and squeaky clean, so uptight in your bun. Come on, let me see you shake that big hair out. Oh, quit this acting like you're so professional. Ain't you sick yet of that stuffy theater crowd? But you never listen. You never listen to me.
When are you let me where you came from? Exit 7A. When are you alone what you're made of? Sand and stars. When are you whip the sass out and the nails and the grit? When do you remember who you are? Standing tall and upright, but I see you trembling. Blahs, 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 downsizing, deep budget cuts. Thanks for your 7 years of hard work. Hey, nothing personal. Please pack up your stuff. You never listen. You never listen to me. When you let me where you came from? Exit 7A. When you know what you're made of? Sand and stars. When you whip the sass out and the nails and the grit? When you remember who you are? You never listen. You never listen to me. But guess what? I got nada, told you so. I'm right here. I've been here all along. And hon, I'll never let you go. When you let me where you came from? Exit 7A. When you know what you're made of? Sand and stars. When you whip the sass out and the nails and the grit? When you remember who you are? When you whip the sass out and the nails and the grit? When you remember who we are? Who we are?
Hi, I'm Jensen Kroll.
And I'm Tia Vashis, and we wrote the song Happiest Place on Earth, which is a standalone comedy song about an assassin attempting to dispose of a body in Disney.
In the song, the character has recently just done the job and is with the fatally wounded victim amidst the magic of Disneyland. And throughout the piece, he reflects on his job, converses with the man who is slowly dying next to him, and he admires all the wonders of Disneyland that he desperately wishes to delve into. Once he disposes of the body, of course. I wrote the music.
And I wrote the lyrics for this song as a musical theater writing one assignment, dealing with combining an unrelated location and an unrelated event to make a cohesive piece.
So, on that note, please enjoy Happiest Place on Earth.
Sit here while I figure this out, okay? All I see around me are lollipops and balloons that are shaped like a mouse. Kids are throwing tantrums while parents are fighting with their spouse. I could get sick on Thunder Mountain, but I've got an important job to do. Don't hate me, but I was hired to kill you here before my rent is overdue. Sitting atop this Ferris wheel wasn't part of my master plan. Sorry to do this in the happiest place on earth, man. I was told you work for the mob or something awfully crappy like that. And also, from what I saw, you're raising an awfully annoying brat. I am fully aware that this situation is highly laughable. A professional assassin who is distracted by an overpriced stuffed animal. I see a good hiding spot in that Main Street trash can. Sorry to do this in the happiest place on earth, man. I guess I'm sorry, I kinda ruined your time. And all I can leave you is this mediocre rhyme. Your wife is probably mad at you for disappearing, but I guess you're welcome for saving you from her sneering. Nothing left to do but dispose of you up here above the smell of pretzels. I'm excited to enjoy Space Mountain since my job was highly successful. You see, I gotta get out of here, but I'm sorry you had to die. So I guess it's finally time to say goodbye. I could take a ride on Splash Mountain and possibly get a tan, 'cause I'm overjoyed to be in the happiest place on earth, on earth, man.
Hi, my name is Nathan Schwartzberg, and I wrote Simple for this year's Curtain Up. Simple is a standalone musical theater piece, and it deals with a conversation between the main character who sings the song and an offstage presence about their relationship and what it really means to have that relationship. It focuses specifically on this one word, simple. And it brings into play many things that I think we take for granted as being simple everyday pleasures, right? Like a bird flying across the sky. There are a lot of actual complexities that go on to make those lovely things happen, right? I decided to write the song because I am fascinated by this concept of simplicity and what does it really mean in a relationship. So please enjoy Simple.
Simple as the morning and the night, simple as the sky and ground below it, simple as the choice for left or right, simple as a story no one knows yet, simple like the way a river winds and wends its path across the earth while it travels to the great blue sea. And for me, feeling this way about you, it's simple. Simple like a journey, start to end. Simple like a tune that's whistled sweetly. Simple like the fences left to mend. Simple like the moments passing fleetly. Simple like a star that shoots across the sky and burns up in the atmosphere, so bright and clear. I fear that feeling this way about you, it's simple. I know something is different. I see something has changed. Although I may not understand how things have been rearranged. You say there's not a problem, but then again, you don't say much at all. Okay, so what's the outcome when both our backs are up against the wall? So it's simple, like the spark that lights the flame. Simple as the compromises we make. Simple like a kiss to say goodbye. And simple as a heart before it breaks. Simple like the million little things that somehow seem to coincide for us to meet and love and leave, and wonder why. How can one conceive that getting here would be that getting here would be so simple.
Hello, I'm Carter Quinn,
And I'm Eli Schildkrow.
and we wrote Fall Before I Fly.
This song was written as an assignment for Musical Theater Writing 1, in which a character is performing an activity in an unusual setting.
This is loosely based on an experience that I had when I was going on vacation to Colorado with my best friend, where she had an airport mishap.
So please enjoy Fall Before I Fly.
When you're working 9 to 5s, you're just living, losing life, and you need to take a break away. But your bags all disappear, and the reservations fail, and you're sitting overawed, dancing with the thought, what did I do wrong? Why me? When I try to find some peace, and I know I've hit rock bottom. They say you gotta fall before you fly. Well, I barely slept last night, so I'd make my red-eye flight, which now isn't gonna leave till noon. Then the stewardess said, look, this whole flight is overbooked, so we're bumping you to coach. I start my approach to the dreaded gate. My life is so out of my control. How can I take it back? I am gonna fall before I fly. I'll cause a delay, then out of my way. No one else has a say. lyrics come and go, and it only goes to show just how little people care at all. My plane took off with me here because I couldn't be cleared on the off chance that I might die while I'm in flight. Oh, surprise, surprise, why me? I can't even do wrong right. Well, it's only up from here. Sometimes you've gotta fall, you've gotta fail, you've gotta fold, you've gotta flop, you've gotta drain, you've gotta drop, you've gotta lose and stress and cry, get depressed because your life is going to shit and you can't handle it, and sometimes you just get the sudden urge to drive your car on the cliff before you fly.